Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's vlog, I'm gonna try to attempt to make kimchi. I've been seeing kimchi recipe in a lot of places on YouTube and I really wanted to try it. But I thought it was gonna be too hard. So today when I saw some cabbages, I was like, let's try to make some kimchi. So I have already cut my cabbage and put it in salt water. I'm using the ingredients that I can find around here. I only bought extra few ingredients that I needed for this, but I'm gonna source what I can rather than buying a lot of stuff just to make kimchi one time. So let's go. And this is not, I don't think this is how we traditionally make it, but I'm just attempting it in my own way. So I'm gonna show you what I did. I have already cut my cabbage and put some water and some salt in here to make sure your cabbage is kind of soaked in that brine water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bowl there and add this as a weight, so it's kind of just pushes the cabbage in. That's the only thing I could find which would fit in. And I'm going to leave that aside for an hour to 2 hours depending on your time, but the more you leave the better, but at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that aside. I got some radish. They said use the Chinese or Korean radish, but I couldn't find them, or to be honest I just sourced them, replacing them with the British radish. So I peeled the skin off there. I'm gonna peel it off and cut them up into tiny pieces so it's for the crunch. And they say take 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, peel them and mix with the paste. And then I'm also using a carrot because on lots of recipes I've seen people use a carrot just for the crunch to add with the cabbages. As I said, I'm already peeling my radishes, and then I'm going to chop them up and leave them on the side. Only using one Chinese cabbage. It said that you have to, that's the only must ingredient they said. So I'm trying to use, found some Chinese cabbages, so trying to use that. Peeling these off because this gives like a really red tint, and I think I want even the Korean or the Chinese radish, they looked white, so I want to peel them off just to make it look nice, kind of. So after that's done, if you can hear a little ticking, that's my timer for an hour. Basically looks like that. Use 8 ounces of the radish, so I'm using about 200 grams because I don't know what the taste difference is between two radishes because I'm not a person who eats radish anyway. Ingredients wise, currently what we got is 1 Chinese cabbage, about 200 grams or 170 grams of radish, 1 carrot, 4 cloves of garlic. They said use 5 to 6, but again I'm kind of like, because on one of the recipes it said if you use too much garlic it could make the kimchi bitter, and then if you use too much ginger it could make the kimchi stickier. So I would just take everything in between. Medium-sized cabbage, rice vinegar, and I also bought some fish sauce. That's all the ingredients that I got, and some ginger. It said just grate like really tiny ginger and just put it in when you're making the paste. It did say use the gochujang red chili powder, but as I said, I'm substituting most of these things. I have the gochujang paste, so I'll be using that, and then I'll just add an extra red chili powder that I got from India, so I'm just going to use that. And this is my first attempt, so I don't know if this is going to turn out. When I'm doing things like this, I'm always skeptical that it's not going to turn out nice. On my ingredients, it says 1 napa cabbage, 1/4 of a cup of iodine-free sea salt, and then you need distilled water or water, filtered water, wherever you're living. You need 1 tablespoon of grated garlic, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger as well, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, or you can use a shrimp paste, which you did. So I'm just going to use the fish sauce that I got. If you don't want to use that, you can just use water, which would be 3 tablespoons. And it says 1 to 5 tablespoons of the Korean red pepper flakes. Obviously, I don't have that, so I'm just going to use the red chili powder that I got and the 3 tablespoons of gochujang. So I think it could be, so as I said, I'm not exactly following the recipe. I just mix and match what I got. It says 8 ounces of Korean radish or daikon radish. So I don't have that, so I'm using normal British radish, which is about 200 grams. It comes in a really tiny pack. And then it says 4 medium scallions, but it looks like scallions is very similar to spring onions. So I think this would count about 1.5. so I'm gonna use 2 of those or 1.5 of those, because I'm sure this looks quite big. So I think I can just use 2 of these. And that's about it. So as I showed you earlier in the video, I have already put the cabbage, cut the cabbage into pieces and put some salt and then left that there. Make the paste. So it says to make the spice paste, you need to take a bowl. So it says use the same bowl, but I'm not gonna wait an hour to do that. So I'm just gonna take another bowl for it. Ginger, garlic, fish sauce, and then stir them into a smooth paste. Then you add your pepper paste and everything else. Okay, so let's go. So I'm using 4 cloves of, if it doesn't go anyway, garlic. I got a grater. I'm just gonna grate my garlic. I have ginger and garlic, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1, 2. I'm gonna mix these together. Smells nice. The non-spicy chili powder. That would be 1 of that. This would be the spicy one. Put that in. I'm gonna use this as a substitute. Put 3 spoons of this. Put that in. That's 1. 2. I have cut the carrot like really thin strips like this. I've also done the same with the spring onions, because they said use the shallots, but I'm using this. And then radish, because they were tiny, I tried to match up the sizes as well. I already have my sauce ready. We are waiting for the cabbage, which is 5 more minutes, and then we'll strain the cabbage. Before we strain the cabbage, we need to rinse the cabbage in cold water 3 times. I have washed the cabbage and left it here to drain. After 15-20 minutes, I'm going to mix everything together. Make sure you add 1 tablespoon of sugar as well. I used brown sugar. I'm going to mix everything together now. Make sure you wash your hands as well. I've just washed my hands. Move everything aside. Make sure you mix all this together. I'm going to add all the ingredients together in this. So I'm just going to add a little bit of carrot, a little bit of radish, a little bit of spring onion. Mix them together. Oh, look, it looks nice. Look at that color. Ah. I hope my substitute to gochujang works for this. Now I'm going to add a little bit more, a little bit of carrot, same process. By the way, you can do this as a layered thing as well. So if you're putting it in a jar, you can just layer it together and mix it together if you want. But I like doing this. I think I like doing this way better, because at least I know everything's mixed well together. Now this is actually starting to look like a kimchi. Some said use shrimp sauce and rice vinegar. Some said just use the shrimp sauce. Vinegar just helps to make it last longer maybe. Now we need to put this in a jar for 3 to 5 days. So nice. Look at this. Fashion. Look at my kimchi.
Nice. It looks like kimchi.
I'm going to leave some on the side here, so I'll taste it after and let you know how it is. I'm going to try some of the fresh kimchi. Well, that's really spicy.
Don't die.
It's sweet. I wasn't expecting it to be sweet, but it's very spicy and sweet. Even if this doesn't ferment, I'm gonna die because it's really spicy, but I like it. I'm proud of myself. Some rice vinegar as well, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. So I'm gonna try after the rice vinegar, see if it tastes nice. Definitely better with the rice vinegar. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you want to try making kimchi, please do. Clean, dry jar and pack it in and leave some space, like about 1 inch in space. And then close it and leave it. You don't need to put it in a dark room, but move it away from direct sunlight and leave it for 5 to 6 days, and then try taste again, see how you feel. So hopefully you like this video, and I'll show you how I'm putting it in the jar as well when my jar is dry. Try the kimchi. So disappointed, your faces.
I'm taking. Okay. Just like fresh salad. But very spicy.
Do you recommend it? Do you like it? Was it less spicy?
Should go with some fried rice, chicken fry, definitely beef fry.
This is enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super.
Guys, we got the jar. So we're gonna stack the kimchi now. You want some to eat now? Take a little bit for you now. It said pack it down, so you basically like push it, because the brine from the cabbage needs to come out on the top. Just wiping everything down. So make sure when you're packing it in the jar, you keep pushing it down like this, so the water comes out to the top. All the salt water from the cabbage should come out on the top. So you can see it's more liquidy than what we initially had. Now, you can leave about that much space when you're filling it, but since I already got that much kimchi, that's perfectly fine. So don't overfill your kimchi because this needs to ferment a little bit more. So that's our kimchi done. Going to seal the kimchi jar. Okay, seal it up, buddy. Maybe not. Did we do the wrong side?
Yay! We need to fix something.
Take 2. You ready? Ready, buddy? So it said keep away from the direct sunlight. So it says in a cool place. So it doesn't need to be dark. It just needs to be somewhere cool. That's it. Yeah. And try something new. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And that's it, guys. Bye.